Good afternoon. My name is Barb Melera. I'm a member of the team at Harvesting History. Harvesting History is an heirloom horticultural company that specializes in heirloom non-GMO flower, vegetable, and herb seeds, heirloom non-GMO roots and sets, heirloom non-GMO flower bulbs, and also vintage design classic garden tools. Today we are going to be talking about pole beans. Many of our customers have tiny gardens or garden off of their patios and their decks. So to say that space is at a premium is the understatement of all time. They're constantly looking for ways to cram things into smaller and smaller spaces. When it comes to beans, the absolute best thing that you can do is to grow pole beans over bush beans, because you will get many more pounds of pole beans than you ever will with bush beans grown in containers or grown in the ground. As you can see, we have already started our pole beans for this summer. You need to know that there is a huge difference between bush beans and pole beans. Pole beans produce throughout the entire season. Bush beans usually produce for about 6 weeks, and then they go dormant and they don't come out of their dormancy. So the thing to remember is, by going up, you get more beans. By using pole beans, you get many more beans because they never go dormant. Okay, pole bean gardening, step 1. Choose the right pot. An 18-inch diameter pot, like the one you're going to use for your tomatoes, is the ideal size. And then what you're going to do is you're going to plant about 10 seeds, with the idea that you are going to pick the 6 best plants that come from these 10 seeds. What you want to do is plant twins, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So you want to end up with 6 plants, 6 bean plants in an 18-inch container. I want you to know that the videographer wants all of you to note that I have black dots where my knees are. Cecil B, not going to last too long at this rate, insists that I change pants, but I'm not going to. So enjoy the fact I was down on my hands and knees in order to give you a proper demonstration. Okay, once the plants have emerged from the soil and you've picked the 6 best plants, then what you're going to do is construct a teepee. I like to use bamboo, but you can also use 1x1s. It doesn't matter. The teepee structure ends up being so strong that whatever you use will work well, as long as the height from the top of the pot to the top of the teepee is 6 to 8 feet. I then use twine to tie together the top of the teepee, and I make sure that each of the poles goes all the way to the bottom of the pot, and I try to position the poles so that they are between 2 bean plants. This makes for a very strong structure. As you plant the bean seeds, they're very easy to plant and to get started. Just use your finger, stick your finger in up to the 2nd knuckle, and then drop a single seed in each hole. You can amend the soil with some bone meal initially, just a dusting on the surface of the soil. And then after the plants emerge from the soil and get a good start, you need to fertilize once every 2 weeks with something like this, Espoma's Garden Tone. Now, for those of you who watch a lot of our videos, you know that I'm in love with Espoma Tomato Tone. And quite honestly, I have been known to use tomato tone on the beans as well. It's what you can get and what you end up liking given what's in your soil. We have garden tone, tomato tone, bone meal on our website. If you can't acquire these products locally, then we're happy to sell them to you. But remember, shipping is a significant part of the cost. So unless you can't get these products at your local nursery or garden center, then come to us. We'd love to help you, but we also want you to save your precious and hard-earned money. So every 2 weeks, you're going to be fertilizing with a general purpose garden fertilizer like Garden Tone. We are moving later in the season. We're not quite to mid-season yet with growing these pole beans. What I want you to know is pole beans are very self-sufficient, and believe it or not, these little plants are very smart. You don't have to do anything when it comes to training pole beans. They can train themselves. And I want you to note, see this guy? He already has decided this is the pole he wants to climb up. So now he's moved his the top part of the vine, and he will curl around this pole all the way up to the top. I didn't do it. I don't have to train it. You don't have to train it. They can train themselves. I want you to see how remarkable this vining is. This plant's a lot further along than the one I just showed you. And I want you to see, it's just incredible how they find their own way up these poles. And they're very artistic. No landscape architect could be as precise with the separation that you see as these things make their way up the pole. And to just give you one more look, its next door neighbor here. First of all, look at the beautiful blossoms, but look at how consistent it winds its way around. And you don't have to do anything. The plant does this all by itself.
This is the result of growing pole beans in containers, which make a fine asset to the garden with limited or unlimited space. If you have enjoyed this video, please come to our website www.harvesting-history.com, where you can purchase heirloom, non-GMO vegetables, flowers, and herbs. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends our channel. On the left side of your screen, there is our most recent video, and on the right side of your screen is one of our playlists. We are Harvesting History, seeding the future.